But it does beg the question, is Tony Finau a nearly man, or could he continue and hopefully win big? I watched a bit last night.
See, I didn't watch any of it, so talk to me in layman's terms.
So it was the Genesis Open
Yes.
at Riviera. So Tiger's golf. I don't know. I don't understand what his involvement is, though.
Is it just his name, just to really push
I think
it?
he just is the host of it, basically. Riviera looks insane. It's one of those courses what I believe, I've just never been to it, it's near Hollywood. It's not long. It's not particularly massively well protected, but the scores are never ridiculous round there because it's so well designed. Like the bunkers are really well placed, the greens are unbelievably undulating and fast and things like that. So I'm not going to lie to anybody listening. I didn't watch every single day.
How much did you watch?
Last 5 holes.
Standard.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Well, it is.
It is?
It actually is. So I tuned in because genuinely I saw on Twitter that Tony Finau had a chance of winning. Now, if you don't know Tony Finau, he is an unbelievable player out on tour, but for whatever reason, he's been now dubbed the nearly man.
Has he won once on tour? I think in 2017 or something.
A long time ago, considering he is up there week after week. He has won $22 million
my days.
in earnings, yet only won one event.
He's always up there in the majors, isn't he?
Always. He is one of the best each-way bets you could ever put on. I think your odds for him would just be ridiculous. But he doesn't get the wins. Like, he just doesn't win. Now, typically, there's no massive reason behind that. It's not like he massively folds. It's not like he leads on the final day and shoots 77.
Yeah.
It's not like he goes battle head-to-head with anybody and just doesn't, falls down or whatever it may be. It's just... he doesn't shoot lower than everyone else.
Is that sometimes this year? I don't really watch enough golf on tour, as I've said many a time to know. Is it almost that he's so consistent that it appears like he is a bottler, if that makes sense?
Possibly, because his name is at the top.
Exactly,
so
he's always
often.
up there.
I would almost put Rory in the same bracket as
Yeah.
that, because Rory also gets quite a bad rep for not closing out, because he's always up there, but he doesn't win enough.
Yeah.
But he's obviously won a lot.
Yeah.
A lot more than Tony Finau. But it's just that Rory's up there so often.
But suppose you only get one person every week on the PGA Tour who plays pretty much the best week of their life. So it's hard to win. Obviously, it's, of course it is. But if you're playing well consistently all the time, you're going to finish second, fifth, third, 10th. Like,
exactly.
It might look like you're a bit of a bottler, but is it just the fact that you're so good, you're always there or thereabouts?
And I would agree with that until I watched what I watched last night. So Sam Burns, who I don't know loads about, but was leading the tournament pretty much till like the 15th hole. All week, he played amazing. He kind of stumbled off a little bit. Tony Finau made a silly bogey on the back nine, and then Max Homa was kind of there and thereabouts as well. Sam unfortunately dropped out. Tony Finau finished well, birdied 17. I think he birdied 16, 17, and then parred the 18th. Max Homa birdied 17, unbelievable birdie from the bunker, and literally he was, so him and Tony Finau on the last hole were level on 11 under, I believe, or 12 under. Max Homa in front of Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods on the balcony.
Oh my days.
Did you see Tiger, by the way?
No, I'm not seeing any of it at all.
He didn't look well.
Did you not?
No.
In what way?
Like tired. Like really, really like drained. Like, I'll show you a picture.
I think I saw a meme actually. I think I saw a meme.
He looked, not well. And he said about, I don't think I've got a screenshot on this phone. He talked about the fact that he's, going through a lot of MRI scans and medications, things like that. But he really didn't look particularly well. But anyway, so Max Homa on the last hole hits. I mean, how they play under this pressure is beyond me.
I can't get my head around that.
It is beyond me. He stood on the 18th hole, absolutely striped on down the middle of the fairway. Unbelievable
par
tee
four,
shot.
did you say?
Par
Sorry,
4,
yeah.
lovely hole, like really picturesque. He, I think, had about 140 yards left into the last hole. This is Max Homa.
Yeah.
Sticks it to 3.5 feet. Right,
Oh my days.
so he has that putt to win. So everybody just thinks Tony shot 64. He shot 6 under, the lowest round of the day.
So he can't be a bottler then, can he?
Well, that's what was said like yesterday. But then I'll tell you a bit more about the kind of playoff. So basically, Max Homa had the 3.5 footer to win the tournament. Tony Finau was going to come second again, and it was kind of inevitable. And I kind of thought I jinxed him because I put a few things on Twitter thinking, "Come on, Tony, it's happening," because it seemed like he was going to do it.
Yeah.
Certainly when Max Homa stuck it in the bunker on 17, because at the point at that time, Tony Finau was in the clubhouse and one ahead. Max Homa missed the 3.5 footer, lipped out. And then
my
you think,
days.
is he the baller,
Mm.
right? No, he didn't ball it. So they went to the 10th hole, which
They
is
both par it then.
both par the 9th hole, the 18th. So they both finish at, I think it was 11 under, let's say. Sam Burns was one back. So they play the playoff hole, the 10th hole, I believe the first hole was. It's a really short par 4, really tricky hole. But the stats prove that if you go for it, you make a better score than laying up.
Mm-hmm.
So they both pretty much go for it. Tony hits his perfect tee shot in this lovely little layup area, only 20 yards from the green, right?
Mm-hmm.
Max Homer pulls it left.
Right.
It gets stuck right next to a tree.
So now you're thinking it's Finau's.
Like literally, it looks dead. Now, on closer yeah, you think it's Tony Finau's now. Like, there's no way Max Homer's going to get up and down from here. Tony Finau's going to get up and down and win. This is it. It's happening. Max Homer gets up there, hoods the iron, stands basically sideways, and basically hooks the ball from next to this tree onto the green. Like, ridiculous shot, right?
Yeah.
Tony Finau plays a fairly average chip to about 8 foot or something. Max makes par. Tony Finau's got this putt to win.
So it's for birdie to win.
Still the first hole in playoff. This is to win. Missed.
Right.
Quite badly, right? Next hole, par 3. Again, Tony Finau, you think he's in the driving seat, pulls it short side into a bunker,
Mm-hmm.
right? Max Homer kind of plays aggressive, goes for the pin. He makes par. Tony Finau makes bogey. Max wins.
Wow.
So it's like, you had it. You shot 64 to get in the playoff. Like, you were there.
So do you think it is in his head then, or is it just unlucky or what?
I think the shot on the path, I don't know. In it, obviously it's hard to say. He could have made it. He could have made an easy up and down on the first playoff hole, in my opinion. Certainly where Max Homer was. Whether because Max was in such a bad position, Tony Finau kind of relaxed. But on the par 3, to short side himself so badly, pressure, innit? Pressure's real.
I think golf is the most daunting sport ever when you're playing well. So when me and you play our match, even if we're on the last hole and I need to hole a putt to win and it's a 6-footer, I get so nervous.
Yeah.
But I suppose that's what I love about it, to get yourself into that position. But I'm interested to see what he does then, Tony Finau, if he can go on and just be class, which he already is, and continue and win, or is it going to just...
You just feel like, and a lot of people were saying this on social media last night, he gets one win and he wins a lot. Do you know what I mean? I just think it will happen. He gets one win and that is it. And you know what? I love Max because he's so good on social media. He's unbelievable on Twitter. He's a local kid. He was born and raised in LA where the tournament was. Massive Tiger fan. Tiger presented the trophy. Like, he talked about in the press conference afterwards how he used to come to that event as a kid just to get a high five.
I saw that. I did see that tweet
from Tiger.
And now he's getting a trophy
and
from
now he's
it.
getting. I mean,
That's
how
sick.
cool is that? So don't take anything away from Max Homer. He's won 3 times on tour so far. I mean, he's unbelievable talent, but it does beg the question: is Tony Finau a nearly man, or could he continue and hopefully win big?
This has been a proper golf podcast so far,
That was
hasn't
quite
it?
golfy, that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Should we have a break now and just chill out, let our hair down? It's hard work pretending to care about the PGA Tour.
Well, that's what happens when you listen for 30 minutes of it. But I got
No,
proper into it.
That's the thing again. I don't watch enough golf, but if I'd known that was so good last night, I would have happily put it on. I would have really got into it. It's just the Thursday, the Friday. I just don't get into it enough, bar the majors.
Exactly.
Um,
And that's it. Unless Tony Finau was up there competing last night, I don't think I would have bothered turning it on. And that sounds bad, doesn't it?
yeah, but it's
I was watching Married at First Sight.
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me started on